We are in Phoenix, Arizona today for this matchup at Thunderbird High School. We got some spring baseball for you. We've got the Thunderbird Titans versus the Greenway Demons. And we have got a good one today. This is a battle of two teams that are very much improved from a year ago. And so far, Thunderbird is looking to hold on to first place in the 4A Skyline region. I'm Diego Iniguez along with my color commentator Kristen House. And Kristen, how are you feeling about this matchup today?
I think it's going to be really exciting. Both teams aren't that far off from each other in their record or their win percentages, so it could go either way.
Green Bay is up to bat first as we've got Trevor Meyer for Greenway, the center fielder.
Meyer leads his team this season in batting average with a 4.59 batting average, so it's pretty impressive for him leading off his team today.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is leading pretty much almost every statistic offensively as he strikes out there. Good start for Austin Coates.
Yeah, that's a really good start there for Coates to strike out such a really good hitter right like that.
Yeah, and I mean Austin Coates, I mean that he so far this year, I mean it's been a little rocky. He's 1 for 4 to start the year with the ERA at 6. So he will take that first out in convincing fashion. Ben Tatum now up to bat. 429 batting average for this Greenway team. So we have a strike right down the middle.
Yeah, Tatum's got a 4.29 batting average. The team itself has 3.18, so he's doing better than most of his teammates. We'll see how he does up to bat against Coates.
And a second straight strikeout. Austin Coates off to a terrific start to this one. He already has 2 strikeouts to begin this one.
Yeah, that's a really impressive start already. His outfield and his infield might get a little cold. Don't have to do much movement here yet.
But honestly, I think if they just watch him throw I think they would prefer it that way. As we have another strike. Chance Angelo Diumenti now up for the Demons. And another strike. 0-2 the count.
Chance's batting average is sitting at 3.14 so far this season.
Chance for a 1-2-3 inning here. High for a ball, 1-2. Eight strikes in 9 pitches to begin this one for Austin Coates.
Diamante also plays third base for Greenway. Really good third baseman for them. Also a really good batter, third in their lineup.
He has homered once this year. 3 of these Greenway hitters have a home run. Low for a ball, 2-2 the count. Greenway has won 6 of their last 7 games after having a rough start to the season, but they're 8-7 now. And 3 straight strikeouts to begin this one for Austin Coates. Great start for Thunderbird, and we will be right back with the bottom half of this first.
Hi, I'm Nia Jackson from Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here with Greenway head coach Scott Mueller. Scott, coming off of a loss, has there been any different changes for today's matchup?
No, we come in focused, working hard. Yesterday was a tough day, but we're ready to get back to the grind.
And what are some key things that you've been reinforcing to your players?
I just keep working hard every day, come out with positive attitude, work hard, try to outbeat the team, whether it's hustle or just miscues that we have to work on as well too.
Good luck to you, Coach. Once again, thank you. I'm Nia Jackson from Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization.
Hi, I'm Nia Jackson from Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here with Thunderbird head coach Mike Jacobs. Coach, as you nearly end the season, what are you telling your players during practice and before these games that's so important?
Be in the moment. For a lot of them, it could be their last few weeks, 2-3 weeks of playing the game. So, just stay locked in, try to compete, win the day. I think that's a big thing for us right now. If we can do that and stay locked in each and every time, every pitch, then, good things will happen.
And who should we look out for today, either on the mound or at bat?
We got our ace on the mound, Austin Coates. We got our full staff ready to go in relief, Pat Ramon, Matt Hornberg. We've done a little arrangement in the lineup, so moved Caden Latopoulos to the top. He's had a great couple weeks of practice and looked really good at the dish and, just plays a great center field. So those guys there, I think we get a good outing from those four guys. We got a good chance to win.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck to you. I'm Nia Jackson from Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show. There's a bug on my face.
The bottom half of the first inning is here after a great 1-2-3 inning for the Thunderbird Titans. Austin Coates with 3 straight strikeouts to begin this one. And now we're on to Greenway. Greenway's pitcher and Carson Gum. He has had a great season, looking to record his first win today. In 6 appearances, he has struck out 58 batters to just 14 walks in 34 innings of work. Center field. But we have a leadoff single to begin this one as Matt Hornberg, the shortstop for the Titans, gets on a one-pitch single.
Yeah, Hornberg is in his senior season with the Titans, batting a .319 with 8 RBIs. So hopefully he can add on to that RBI total right now with his teammate up to bat.
Caden Latopoulos now up, the lefty versus the righty.
Carson Gums also got a 2.45 ERA with 34.1 innings pitched, so that's pretty solid.
And we have a bunt attempt now from Latopoulos. The throw to first, in time. But it will bring Hornberg to second base. Successful sacrifice. And now we have Austin Coates. Had a great 1-2-3 inning as the starting pitcher, looking to add to it in the batter's box.
Yeah, Coates leads his team in batting average with a .436 and in RBIs with 21.
That's crazy. I mean, I've seen a couple of high school pitchers this year who have crazy batting averages and just do really well, both pitching and batting.
Yeah, seems like everyone wants to be like Shohei Ohtani.
This is going to be driven out. Let's see. And it's not going to be caught. This is going to be extra bases. And it's going to score a run. Hornberg will score. And Austin Coates having a great day so far with the 1-run double. 1-0 Titans.
Yeah, it was a really good hit by Coates. Really proud of him for doing well on both sides of the ball today for his team. Hopefully he can stay consistent throughout the game.
Well, he's had a great first inning so far. Just added 1 run of support for himself. As we now have Hunter Donathan. And that ball's going to get away. Coates will not advance.
Keep following. Donathan is catching for the Titans team this season. And he's a sophomore, so he's got 2 years left after this.
That's a good thing for Thunderbird. This is a very senior-heavy Titans squad. Thunderbird 12-9 on the year. And this is going to get out into right field. It could score another run. Coates on his way to home, in the throw will not be there. And a 2-0 lead for the Titans.
Yeah, they are just having their way with Greenway so far in this first inning.
The RBI single for Hunter Donathan brings Coates home. 2-0 Titans, just one out in this inning. This is a great start for the Titans against this really good pitcher in Carson Gum.
Now we've got Andrew Cohill up to bat. He's a senior as well for the Titans with a .338 batting average, 15 RBIs on the season, and he plays right field.
And the damage is not done yet. Cohill has scored 19 runs this year and is the team leader in triples with 4. So he could bring this run in from first base.
Yeah, especially with no outs, right?
1 out.
1 out. Yeah.
And that ball is going to get away. It'll bring Donathan to second base. Base hit could bring in another run here.
That stolen base right there was the 50th one of the season for Thunderbird.
Yeah, when you look at the statistics, compared to Greenway has a lot of stolen bases, but both of these teams are pretty evenly matched when it comes to that statistic.
Yeah, Greenway's sitting at 63, so they're not too far off from each other. We'll see if Greenway adds on to their total today, too.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And this is going to get out into left field, and it will be dropped. A routine left field drop, and this could bring in another run. It's going to get all the way to the left field wall. This could be he could go all the way home. And he will get all the way home. Wow. Andrew Cohill takes advantage, and it is 4-0 Thunderbird.
That was some really impressive base running right there. Some of the best I've seen at this level.
Well, there's a reason why he's the team leader in runs scored.
And it all came off an error, too. That's got to be hard for that.
There is still only 1 out now in this inning. As J.P. Stewart is now up.
Last game I covered for Thunderbird, J.P. Stewart had a really good game, so we'll see if he can join his teammates, Cohill and Coates, who are also having good games today.
Indeed, this is a dream start if you're Thunderbird.
Stewart is sitting at a .295 batting average, 13 RBIs, and is in his junior year at Thunderbird. He comes with a lot of energy and a lot of spice for his team.
It seems like right today, everybody is just really, really energized.
Yeah, how could you not be after that last play?
Oh yeah, it was exciting from here in the booth.
Yeah, and Cohill's reaction after, he was having a lot of fun with that. Coach Jacobs was pretty pumped too.
This will be down the first base line, foul ball.
One thing I've noticed is J.P. Stewart actually fouls down by first base a lot. Because last game I worked here, he actually hit the camera that's over there. And then when I worked the camera over there, he almost hit me too. That's just his favorite part of the field to hit.
Well, under this canopy, we should be pretty good today, but yeah, we'll be good under here.
I'm running. Every man for himself.
The 2-2 count, still only one away. Right down the middle, a much needed strikeout for Carson Gum. So Stewart will go down on strikes, and it'll bring up the first baseman, Patrick Ramon. 241 average on the year. Still looking for his first extra base hit of the year.
Ramon also does a lot of pitching for Thunderbird as well. Puts up pretty good ERA.
And he's down 1-2 right now.
Yeah, he has the second best ERA behind only Coates with 2.97, but playing first base today.
Fouls it back.
That was aggressive.
Seventh batter to come up this inning for the Titans is Patrick Ramon. Looking to keep this spectacular first inning alive. But he swings and misses for strike 3. What a great start for the Thunderbird Titans. They are up 4-0 heading into the top of the second inning. We'll be right back.
Zona. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
We are right back for the top of the second, and what an eventful first inning it was. And the Titans bore the brunt of all, or reap the benefits of all of that. Austin Coates with a 1-2-3 first inning, followed by 4 runs. And this is a good bunt. And the throw will not be in time. Dylan Archuleta with a successful bunt single to get on. And Greenway has their first base runner of the game.
Yeah, Austin Coates had a really good first inning, as we all know. Nice shutout inning, and now Greenway finally gets on base for the first time of the game. Which is a little nerve-wracking for Thunderbird because Greenway likes to steal bases, so 63 on the season.
All down low, pickoff attempt at first.
Carson Gum's up batting for Greenway, their pitcher. He's got a 300 batting average with 8 RBIs, coming off his last inning where he struck out a couple guys.
6 for 20 on the year is Carson Gum. 3 doubles on the year. Looking to get some kind of momentum back for the Demons. And here's that another stolen base attempt. The throw. No. Looked pretty good.
I don't know about that one. Even
And it looks like
Joshua Gullinson, the second baseman, threw his hands up. He could not believe it.
the call will stand. Archuleta gets a stolen base. Looked like a pretty good throw, but maybe didn't get the tag down. All low. And that is going to be a base on balls. Greenway's got something going here. Runners on first and second with no outs. And we have a very, very quick mound visit.
And a pinch runner also came in for Carson Gum. Now Carlos Toscano is on base for Greenway. While Mike Jacobs talks to Austin Coates at the mound. He had a really good first inning. Second inning, not so much, but still can get his momentum back.
And right now he has a 4-0 cushion. But with his history, he knows he needs to get out of this inning and mitigate this damage.
Now Greenway's got Thaddeus Newman at the plate. He's batting at .250 with 5 RBIs, and he plays second base.
Newman, the number 6 batter in this Greenway lineup. The pitch from Coates. It's going to be called a strike. 1-1 the count now. Austin Coates had really great control in the first inning. A little bit different in this second inning. Ball high, 2-1 the count now. Still no outs in this inning. Thunderbird scored 4 runs in the first inning. Coates drove in one of them on a double. 2-2 the count now. Coates had 3 strikeouts in the first inning. Looking to collect more here. And that will be a strikeout on the bunt attempt by Thaddeus Newman. Much needed strikeout.
Yeah, that gives him 4 now, already for the second inning. Not too bad.
Double play could end this inning. Ended just as quickly as it began. 0-1 the count now. Pitch from Coates. Down for a ball, 1-1.
You could argue they could already be at 2 outs if that stolen base would have been called, but that's just my opinion.
1-2 the count now. Coates seems to have gotten a little bit of his command back.
Yeah, if anyone can end this right now with a strikeout, it's Austin Coates.
The 1-2 pitch. And it is going to be caught. This could be a double play, but not quite. Runner on first able to get back in time.
Now now Greenway has Jeremiah Cordova batting. He doesn't really get much batting time for Greenway, but when he does, let's put him at an 800 batting average.
And this is going to be a routine play to first. And Coates is able to get there in time. Still 4-0 Thunderbird in the second inning.
Hello, I'm Marshall Brown with Varsity Sports, and this week is a special one as we recognize an Arizona great, Pat Tillman. Out of college from Arizona State, Pat Tillman stayed in the Valley, going to play at the professional level with the Arizona Cardinals. His career was inspiring as he was drafted in the 7th round to play at the safety position. Pat would play for 4 seasons from 1998 to 2001. In those 4 seasons, Pat was known for his work ethic, intelligence, and most of all, his toughness. Over the 60 games played, he recorded over 340 total tackles, 3 interceptions, and 2.5 sacks. But it wasn't football that his career was known for. And 2001 was the day that went down in American history forever, the attack on the Twin Towers on 9/11. After this tragic event was when Pat Tillman made the decision that he's always been known for. He decided to walk away from a $3.6 million contract to enlist in the U.S. Army alongside his brother, Kevin Tillman. He would go on and serve and become an Army Ranger and serve overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan. He was a part of the 2nd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, which was an elite operations force. While on tour, he would send letters home to those close to him, which were said to be thoughtful and showed his commitment to his country. Tragically, on April 22, 2004, in eastern Afghanistan, Tillman was killed in action. After his death, he was awarded the Silver Star.
We are back with Thunderbird baseball as the bottom of the second is now underway. Thunderbird had different top halves of their innings. A 1-2-3 first inning followed by a bit of a bumpy second inning, but they were able to get out of it with no runs being scored, and they are still up 4-0 as we have the third baseman Caleb Kerr up to begin this inning as he is quickly down 0-2. And he's out on 3 straight pitches. Third strikeout of the game for Carson Gum, 1 away.
I like Joshua Gullinson's walk-up song.
Yeah, they played this song at my old high school.
He's coming in his senior season. 2 RBIs so far.
I feel like that walk-up song is also played at Madison Square Garden for the Knicks.
Oh, I love the Knicks.
Joshua Gullinson now up for the Titans.
Already down 0-2 with 2 foul balls. We'll see if Gum can get some back-to-back strikeouts like Coates did earlier.
And he does. Very, very different inning for Carson Gum. 4 strikeouts now for both Coates and Gum. As we are now back to the top of the order for the Titans. Matt Hornberg singled and scored in the first inning. And what a first inning it was. Well, this one could be very, very quick. Here's the pitch. It is going to be popped up into center field. And it is going to be caught for a very quick 1-2-3 inning. And the Demons get out of this second inning quickly, and they will be up in the top of the third when we come back.
And a pitch to Green, he loses it, he's in the end zone, ball is still loose. It's going to be a safety. And Tillman had his hands on it.
Pat Tillman wasn't just a football player, he was a force. From the moment he stepped on the field at Arizona State in 1994, his intensity, leadership, and heart set him apart. With over 4 seasons in Tempe, Tillman was instrumental in the Sun Devils' evolution. ASU faced challenges in 1994, finishing with a 3-8 record, including a narrow 28-27 loss to the University of Arizona. In 1995, they did improve to 6-5, but they dropped another close one to the Wildcats, 31-28. Then came the remarkable 1996 season. With Tillman anchoring the defense, ASU dominated their regular season schedule, including a 56-14 win over Arizona in Tucson, their only victory over the Wildcats during Tillman's time. Pat Tillman had 4 tackles and a sack in that game, leading a defense that completely overwhelmed the Wildcats. The Sun Devils went undefeated in the regular season, won the Pac-10, and came within seconds of a national title, falling to Ohio State in a heartbreaking Rose Bowl finish.
Give it up in the last 30 seconds.
In 1997, Tillman capped off his college career by earning Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year honors. ASU finished 9-3, including a 28-16 loss to Arizona, but ended the season on a high note with a 17-7 win over Iowa in the Sun Bowl. But what truly defined Pat Tillman wasn't just his success on the field, it was what he chose to do after. In 2002, with a promising NFL career underway, Tillman walked away from a multi-million-dollar contract to enlist in the U.S. Army after the attacks of 9/11. In 2004, Pat Tillman was killed in action in Afghanistan. Pat Tillman's story is one of courage, conviction, and selflessness.
Top of the 3rd inning is here. After a quick bottom half of the 2nd, the Titans are back up with Austin Coates on the mound. 4-0 is still the score.
We've got Tyler McNally at the plate. He plays first baseman here. He's got a .320 batting average. Not too bad at all. Top 5 on his team.
He's facing the red-hot pitcher, Austin Coates, right now. Strike down the middle, 1-2 the count now.
Yeah, it's definitely been a pitcher's battle so far here between Coates and Gum. Been seeing some outstanding pitching on both sides.
That foul ball nearly went into the Demons dugout, but everybody seems to be okay.
Trevor Meyer had the exact reaction I would have. He's up on deck, almost got hit with that foul ball.
The 1-2 pitch. It's going to be down to the second baseman. Here's the ground out. And 1 away for Austin Coates. And we are going to go right back to the top of the order with Trevor Meyer. He struck out his first time around, as did all 3 of the batters Coates first faced.
Meyer's in his senior year.
And this is going to get down for a hit. Meyer is going to get the 1-out single.
Now we've got Ben Tatum. He also is one of those unlucky beginning strikeout I guess you could say, from the first inning. When Coach struck out the first 3 batters, he was number 2 on the list, on the hit list. But otherwise, he has a really good batting average with .429.
Greenway trying to get back into this game. This is going to be a ground ball. Let's see if it gets any outs, and it will not.
Oh, what happened there?
Looked like for a second Meyer may have stepped out off the bag, but he gets back just in time. Everybody is safe.
Yeah, Joshua Gullinson slipped a little bit there trying to beat Meyer back to the bag.
He dropped the ball, and he went off the bag, and then they tried to tag him out.
Chance Angelo Dementi now up, as he looks at a called strike 1.
Diamenti struck out in his last at bat.
And this is going to be popped back into foul territory. Right behind the home plate bleachers.
Diamenti is sitting at 11 RBIs this season, which is tied with Ben Tatum for most on the team.
Ball down low. Coates was able to get the first batter of this inning out. Has allowed Meyer and Tatum to reach base.
Yeah.
Very similar to the last inning. It's going to be fouled back again.
Where's that? Oh.
Probably in the same location as the last foul ball. 1-2 the count now.
Cohill and Donathan having a little chit chat right now. Coates and Donathan.
Yeah, I was about to say. Coates ahead 1-2 in the count. 1 out so far in this inning. Looking to keep the scoreless streak alive. And this is going to be grounded. This could be 2. They will get the out at second.
Yeah, they got the out at second, but Diamenti was able to stay safe at first. So now we've got a runner on first in Diamenti and Trevor Meyer on third, waiting to score.
So that will bring up Dylan Archuleta. He had a bunt single to begin the top of the second and also stole a base. And with 2 outs is looking to bring home Trevor Meyer. Here's the pitch.
Thunderbird only needs 1
And
out.
here's the stolen base attempt. It is going to be the second stolen base of the day for the Demons.
Yeah, Coach Jacobs showed his frustration on that one.
So a hit could bring in 2 runs here and cut this lead in half.
Called it in the beginning of the game.
And this is going to be driven out to center field. And it will be caught. Austin Coates once again getting out of trouble. And he will end this top of the third with a 4-0 lead retained. We'll be right back.
This is Brady Hanson from Arizona State University with the Varsity Sports Show, and if you're like me, you've probably heard of these new torpedo bats taking the MLB by storm. So let's break down what these torpedo bats actually are. To demonstrate what the torpedo bat does, I've brought a normal barreled bat. And as you can see here, the normal barreled bat usually has the thickest part of the wood at the end of the bat. What the torpedo bat does is that it moves the thickest part of the barrel to wherever the hitter hits it most often. So when they do hit that spot on the bat, the ball's going to have a higher exit velocity, which increases their probability of getting a hit. So what kind of results have the torpedo bats been yielding so far this season? Well, these bats first came into the light when the Yankees put up 20 runs on 9 homers against the Brewers on March 29th. You know, that's nothing too impressive. Jazz Chisholm has been one of the most improved Yankees with the torpedo bat so far, as he's already boasting a .313 batting average with 3 homers only 4 games into this season. Another player who's seen better results with the torpedo bat this season is Adley Rutschman. The Orioles' backstop struggled at the plate last year with only a .709 OPS, his worst offensive season to date. But now with the torpedo bat, he's off to a hot start with 2 home runs, both coming on opening day, and a .967 OPS in 5 games played so far. The league has deemed these bats as legal, and with that decision being made, I expect a lot of teams to jump aboard this trend for the rest of the year. For Varsity Sports, this has been Brady Hanson.
We are back for the bottom of the 3rd inning after a scoreless top half of the 3rd inning. Greenway has threatened a few times in the 2nd and 3rd inning, but not able to bring any runs home so far. So far, Thunderbird in control, up 4-0.
Thunderbirds got Caden Latopoulos batting right now.
He had a sacrifice bunt his first time up.
With a 234 batting average.
Up for a ball. 2-0 is now the count. Carson Gum has settled in since the first inning. 3-0 though to begin this inning. And Latopoulos is one pitch away from reaching on a walk. And he will reach on 4 straight pitches. Great start to the inning for the Titans. Latopoulos draws the walk. And it will bring up Austin Coates. What a game he's had so far. Gotten through 3 innings on the mound, not allowing a single run, and he had an RBI double in that memorable first inning. Just looking to keep the magic going.
Yeah, he's done a lot of great things for his team so far in this game on the offensive and the defensive side.
Pickoff attempt at first. Topoulos will get back. Both of these teams 5-1 in the 4A Skyline region, with the winner taking sole possession of first place.
Little pitcher's duel going on here. These are my favorite to watch.
I feel a little differently about that, but
I like watching when they
But-
go against each other. It's like a little I don't know, it's like a time warp. It's like he's usually over there and now he's there.
Well, I will admit, for my favorite team, the D-backs, it's always nice when you have a good pitcher on the mound. I may be a little.
It's just nice because, like in the MLB, pitchers only pitch. So it's kind of cool at this level.
Holy cow, what a jump! What a jump from Latopoulos. Carson Gum didn't even notice him until he was about 3/4 of the way to second base.
Yeah, he was just up there chilling.
So a stolen base for Latopoulos.
Sneaky man.
That is his team high 8th stolen base now of the year. Still no outs in this inning. Latopoulos on second base. Austin Coates trying to drive in another RBI today and pad this lead.
Yeah, Coates is pretty impressive. He leads his team in batting average with 436. He's been doing really well pitching today as well with 4 strikeouts.
And he also has a chance to attain his 26th hit of the year on this at-bat. Already had the team high going into this one with 24. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. Full count, 3-2. And Coates goes down on strikes. Carson Gum with his 5th strikeout of the day, 1 away for the Demons. And this will bring up Hunter Donathan. He had a single, he stole a base, and he scored in the first inning. Looking to keep that individual trend going. Gum looks back at second base. No throw. Here's the pitch from Gum. High for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Donathan's in his sophomore year at Thunderbird. He's a catcher, batting .218 so far.
Gum entered this game with 58 strikeouts on the season. Has increased that to 63 today. Gum trying to keep this a 4-0 game. Swing and a miss. Hunter Donathan.
Coach Mueller's over there yelling at his Greenway players. Coach Mueller and Coach Jacobs both in 9 seasons with their teams.
Yeah, they've really been through it all with these teams. They've really been at the lowest points, and now this is one of the most important games they've played in a while. The stakes are certainly high.
It's kind of cute they started the same year. Aw.
And it's led them to this point, as Latopoulos will easily get into third base.
That's his second stolen base of the inning.
Make that 9 stolen bases now on the year for Latopoulos. Just 1 out in this inning. Hunter Donathan has a chance to bring in this run and make it a 5-0 game.
Yeah, it's surprising that Greenway doesn't have any runs because they had a lot of guys on base at one point, but nobody was able to get home.
But yeah, you got to just give credit to Austin Coates. He was able to pitch his way out of those tough jams.
For sure. Definitely helped carry his team out of that inning.
3-2 the count now to Donathan. And this is going to be driven out to right field. That's going to get down. Coming in to score is Latopoulos. This will go down. This could be a triple. And it is going to be a triple for Hunter Donathan. 5-0 Titans, and Donathan has his second triple of the year.
Yeah, that was a really good hit. As soon as I saw it flying, and the right fielder was nowhere near, Dylan Archuleta. He had a ways to go. I was like, yeah, Donathan's got that one.
So the magic continues for the Titans. And Andrew Cohill, he had the craziest at-bat for the Titans in that first inning. What looked like was going to be a routine fly out to left field turned in to an inside the park home run that scored 2 and has really been the turning point for this Titans team being in control.
All right, Diego, I have a question.
Shoot.
How much do you think Cohill's walk-up song has to do with his performance today? The LeBron James. You think he's channeling his inner LeBron?
Man in the Mirror?
No, that wasn't Man in the Mirror. That was the LeBron remix. You haven't heard that one?
No, I heard the song and I just recognized MJ.
No, you gotta listen to the words. It's about LeBron. It's Le Man in the Mirror. That's Cohill right now. He's Le Man on the Thunderbird Titans.
Okay, that got a chuckle out of me.
You're welcome.
Pitch to the backstop.
Full count, it looks like.
Full count, 3-2. Still only 1 away. Donathan at third base. Here's the 3-2. It's going to be driven out. And it will get down for another base hit and another run. Andrew Cohill adds to his day with an RBI single. 6-0 Thunderbird.
The man in the mirror, Andrew Cohill.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that phrase out of my head now.
Next time he goes up to bat, you got to listen to the words. Trust me.
I guess I will. At least on the remix version. And here comes a mound visit.
Yeah.
Car-
Oh, go ahead.
Carson Gum had a pretty good start in the second inning. Had a rough first inning, of course. Been a very off day for him. 6-0 is the score for Thunderbird.
Yeah, Greenway's only got one out so far. But the Titans have gone 2 runs up, so they got to get an end to this inning. But with JP Stewart up to bat, I don't think that's happening right now. He's a really good offensive presence for Thunderbird. Brings a lot of energy onto the field.
295 on the year. 5 doubles to boot.
Even though he did strike out before this.
Yeah, this bottom part of the lineup.
They've got some depth. He's pretty strong. Told you he likes that right side of the field.
Hopefully our cameraman or camerawoman Nia Jackson is able to stay out of reach of those foul balls.
Yeah, prayers up for Naya.
The 0-1 coming. High for a ball, 1-1. Bottom of the third inning. 6-0 Titans. Just a great game.
I just feel like the score, too, doesn't really show for Greenway how much they've been putting in this game as well. But I feel like it's a lot closer game than what the scoreboard's showing. They've been putting up a good fight.
Yeah, they've been putting in a pretty good fight as we have another stolen base attempt, and that is going to be short. As Cohill will reach safely, and he has his 8th stolen base of the year. It's been Latopoulos and Cohill today.
Yeah, Carson's Gum's got to pay a bit better attention.
Latopoulos with 2 stolen bases, Cohill with 1 now. 3-1 is the count now. Gum's starting to lose a little bit of control here. Needs to get this out. Make it a full count now, 3-2.
Carson Gum struck out JP Stewart once before. See if he can do it again.
One of Gum's 5 strikeouts on the day. 63 so far this year. But he's in a 6-0 hole. Swing and a miss, though, here. Huge strikeout for Carson Gum. His 6th strikeout of the day. And JP Stewart will go down on strikes for the 2nd time today. As Patrick Ramon will now come up.
First baseman here in his senior year with a 241 batting average. And as we know, also pitches as well for the Titans.
2 outs now in this inning. Cohill is on second base. Titans have scored 2 in this bottom half of the 3rd inning. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count now. Greenway trying to get out of this inning and make a comeback. All inside, 2-1 is the count now.
Yeah, it's up to Carson Gum to get his team back up batting and in the inning. With 34 innings pitched, he's got a 2.45 ERA.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count now in Gum. 1 strike away. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down for a ball. Full count now.
On his last at-bat, Pat Ramon struck out. Gum just struck out J.P. Stewart.
Here's the pitch. Ramon, and it's going to get in to right field. This is going to bring in another run. The damage just keeps on coming. Patrick Ramon joins the hit party with an RBI single. 7-0 is the score now for Thunderbird. And the inning will continue.
And the man in the mirror himself brought it home for another run. Andrew Cohill.
I don't know about that.
He's the man in the mirror. Just trust. When you hear the walk-up song, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now we've got Caleb Kerr batting. Playing third base this season.
Kerr struck out his first time around. Batting less than 200 on the year, but has scored 5 runs this year. Still looking for his first extra base hit. But in covering, 0-2 is the count now. But in covering Arizona baseball, high school baseball this year, anything is possible.
For sure. He may be towards the bottom of the batting rotation, but...
And we have another stolen base here. No throw. And Ramon will get a stolen base. That is only his second stolen base of the year. Pitch up high. 2-2 the count now. 2 outs in this inning. Thunderbird in complete control right now, up 7-0. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Gum is able to get the strikeout, but Thunderbird adds 3 more runs, and they are up 7-0 nearly halfway through this one.
This is Brady Hanson for the Varsity Sports Show. This weekend, Tempe will host the 21st annual Pat's Run to honor and celebrate the legacy left behind by the legendary Pat Tillman. As co-founder Perry Edgar details, this run started as a celebration of Pat's life and as a thank you to Pat and everything he had done.
People were yearning to have things to say about Pat, and they wanted to express themselves and kind of thank him for the things he'd done. So we kind of tried to find some way that people could express themselves, and that was the big reason behind it all.
Pat's Run is a length of 4.2 miles, representing the number 42 that Pat wore during his time in the maroon and gold. The run takes you around the city of Tempe and finishes off in Mount America Stadium, the same place where Pat started his collegiate career.
You're going to get a chance to legally rush the field instead of jumping over the fence and blowing by policemen. You know, you get to do some things that you just normally wouldn't do.
A mile longer than your traditional 5K, Pat's Run offers a little more challenge to the runners participating, but the post-race setup this year should offer a little more fun and community than your typical race.
But we've been able to up our game a little bit more this year, which is really cool. After the race, we changed the expo into a beer garden / music area where we're going to have a band and we're going to have music. You can enjoy a drink or two if you wish. You can hang out. It now gives people the opportunity to stand around and talk and celebrate what they've accomplished with their 4.2 mile run, and what memories they have of Pat and why they're there.
21 years and counting, Pat's run continues to honor the legacy of an American hero while bringing people together through the beauty of sport. For Varsity Sports, I'm Brady Hanson.
We are back for the top half of the fourth inning. And it looks like it'll be lined out to center field for the first out of the inning. Austin Coates returns. Austin Coates returns to begin his fourth inning of work. Has kept this one scoreless so far. And he's ahead 0-1 now on Thaddeus Newman after the Carson Gum lineout.
Yeah, Caden Latopoulos there with a really good catch in center field. Now we've got Newman, who struck out on his last at-bat.
Austin Coates with 4 strikeouts on the day. And is very well on track to get his second win of the year. As it is lined right up to him, and he'll take it himself to first base. Surprised he just didn't toss it to first base, but he beats the runner and Thaddeus Newman out.
Yeah, he jogged to it. Newman was sprinting.
What an interesting game today.
Now we've got Caden Lord batting, shortstop for Greenway. He's got a 107 batting average with 6 RBIs so far this season.
And what a boost there must be in Coates' confidence today.
Yeah, he's been playing a really good game. Did well against Lord as well at his last at-bat. Lord got out on a fly out to first.
Ball outside. 1-0 count. The Titans looking to get their 13th win of the season today. And hold on to first place in the 4A Skyline region.
Looks like Coates is down 3-0.
Swing and a miss though here. 3-1 the count now.
See if he can put it at a full count.
2 outs in this inning. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Or excuse me, that's the final out of this inning. Austin Coates through 4 has Thunderbird up 7-0. We'll be right back.
I'm Colby Miltenberger reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. Many people know Pat Tillman for the amazing successes he's had throughout his football career in college and in the NFL, or for his ultimate sacrifice he made for this country. But what is often forgotten or less talked about is his interesting and impressive high school career. Tillman wasn't always set on football. In his freshman year of high school, Tillman was still yet to hit puberty and had more of a slimmer build. At the time, he was more focused on baseball, but after getting told he wouldn't make the varsity team, he decided to focus on football for the rest of his high school career. Tillman was the only sophomore to get pulled up to varsity, and he brought a lot to the team. He played running back, linebacker, and was a kick returner, but the most valuable thing that he brought was his intensity. In a playoff game where Leland was up 55-0 at halftime, Tillman had been told by his coach, "Pat, you're done for the day. I don't want you playing any more offense or to play any defense." So in the next special teams play, he subbed himself back in as a kick returner and proceeded to return a kick for a touchdown. Walking back to the sidelines, he said to his coach, "You mentioned nothing about special teams," resulting in his helmet being taken for the rest of the game in order to keep him out. However, despite Tillman's work ethic, he had gotten little attention from Division I recruiters in high school, With being smaller in size at 5'11 and 195 pounds in his senior season, he still managed to get the attention of San Jose State Brigham Young University.
And we are back for the bottom of the fourth inning, and so far the Demons aren't the only thing being swarmed today. Right behind home plate in the bleachers, there is a bunch of bees swarming. Thunderbird's fans have been told to get out of that general area.
And if you guys hear silence on the broadcast, it's because we left. So we don't get stung. I'm not trying to die today.
It's okay. I like doing play. I like doing play-by-play for Varsity, so.
With bees there, though?
I mean, they're far enough away right now, so it really
Right
doesn't
now.
matter. Really doesn't matter
If
for
they
me.
travel, I'm traveling. Got second baseman senior Joshua Gullinson at bat right now. He struck out in his first at bat of the game.
But he's quickly up 3-0 to begin this at bat. And ball four. After flying out his first time, Gullinson will get the walk, as Carson Gum is still out there for Greenway after allowing 3 runs in the third inning.
Now we're back up at the top of the batting order with Matt
Hornberg.
I was saying it was like a nice reference to the bees, you know.
Oh, and the line out to third base is not caught. Here's the throw to second. Gullinson did not expect the catch to not be made, and he is out.
Yeah, Chance Angelo Diamenti with the error there at third base. Now we've got Caden Latopoulos, the center fielder.
What a day he's had. 2 stolen bases, a run scored. You do not want him to get on base, as we have looks like a routine fly out into center field. But it is going to drop. This time both runners will be safe.
Yeah, I don't know if there was some miscommunication there or something, but that ball was definitely catchable. It was in the air for a while.
So Hornberg will get to second base. And once again, Gum in another jam in this bottom half of the fourth inning with 1 away. Runners on first and second. And if you're Thunderbird, you are really looking to put this thing away right now.
Got our man up to bat, Austin Coates. Been the star of the game so far.
1-0 count. Coates has pitched 4 scoreless innings, has reached base each time he's been up. Or at least he was the first time around with an RBI double. One and one the count now.
Gum's also got to look out for the pickoff attempt by Hornberg, who's ready to steal third. Latopoulos still hanging out at first.
Potential double steal attempt incoming, possibly.
That would be crazy.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 is the count now.
Coach shaking it off.
Here comes the 2-2 to Coates. And this is going to get through into left field. It's going to bring in another run. Coates will stop at first. Hornberg will score. 8-0 now for the Titans.
Feels like a lot of the Titans' runs have came off of balls that could have been caught by the Greenway defense. That case, shortstop Caden Lord had a really good chance to catch that ball, and if he had have, that would have been a really good play by him, but Titans get some more runs up on the board because of it. Hunter Donathan. He had a really good last at bat where he had that triple when he hit it out to right field in the gap.
Just a great day overall for the top part of this Titans batting order.
For sure, they've had their way with Greenway on the offensive side.
And with just one away in this fourth inning and runners on first and third, this one could very well end in a run roll. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be driven out to right field, and the catch will be made. Throw home will not be in time. And Latopoulos will score 9-0. Hunter Donathan able to bring in the sac fly. And here we go again.
My song. LeMan on the mirror. Up to bat.
Man, every time a foul ball comes back, you get very startled, Kristen.
Yeah, my biggest fear is getting hit by a baseball. I'd just tap out at that point.
Well, we're underneath the canopy. We'll be fine.
But what if it finds just some kind of way? Just some kind of way.
Can't afford to think that way.
You always got to stay on your toes.
Oh, 0-2 the count now. To LeMan in the mirror.
Hey, didn't he have he had a really good inning. He had a single that he ended up getting 2 stolen bases off of an RBI. All because he had his little inner LeBron James churning for him.
Pinch runner at first in Evan Kolsar. Scored 10 runs on the year so far, with 5 doubles to boot. 0-2 the count now. The pitch from Gum. Swing and a miss. Throw to first, strike him out. Pretty close, but they're able to record it. And Greenway's out of the inning. 2 more runs score. 9-0 Titans.
I'm Evan Rodriguez from Arizona State University, reporting for the Varsity Sports Show, here to give you guys a little preview on UFC 314 that's happening this Saturday. This pay-per-view is stacked, so we got a lot to get into. Let's get into it. In the main event of the evening, it features arguably the best featherweight of all time, Alexander Volkanovski, going up against the number 3 ranked contender and also rising star prospect, Diego Lopez. These two will be facing off for the vacant featherweight title because Ilia Topuria, who was the previous champ, moved up to lightweight. Volkanovski is coming off from 2 back-to-back KOs, one coming from the current lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev, and the former featherweight champion of the world, Ilia Topuria. It's going to be interesting to see how he responds coming off 2 back-to-back brutal KOs. On the other side, Diego Lopez has been on an absolute tear. Lopez is currently on a 5-fight winning streak, climbing up the rankings, and his last major win was against Brian Ortega back at UFC Noche in September. This is a very interesting matchup to see how Volkanovski can recover from his KOs against a major rising star. The co-main event is also a banger, featuring 2 exciting lightweight fighters in Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett. Michael Chandler is one of the most exciting fighters to watch in the UFC because of how powerful he is. However, his lack of fight IQ is the crucial reason why he has a negative 2-4 record in the UFC currently. Chandler's last win came all the way back in 2022 against Tony Ferguson when he head kicked him in the face, but that's not that impressive because Tony Ferguson ended his career on an 8-fight losing streak. Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett has been one of the best rising stars in the UFC. With an undefeated 6-0 record in his last fight in UFC 304 being an absolute highlight submission against King Bobby Green. Paddy Pimblett has elite jiu-jitsu and looks to put it to use against Michael Chandler. This is a stacked pay-per-view from top to bottom that you definitely don't want to miss, as it could be the best card of the year. For Varsity Sports Show,
Thunderbird baseball is back. In the top of the fifth, starts with a one-pitch line out. Austin Coates just continues his incredible day. Jeremiah Cordova, the latest victim. Tyler,
go ahead.
Tyler McNally now up for the Demons.
First baseman with 320 batting average. Had a ground out in his last at-bat.
And he's quickly down 0-2 to begin this at-bat. Or 1-1, excuse me. Austin Coates with 5 strikeouts on the day.
Yeah, he's chasing Carson Gum, who's got 6.
But I'm sure Carson Gum would much rather have the 9-0 lead.
That's valid.
Yeah, just an off day for Carson Gum today. Had a great season. Just not his best start today.
A lot of the runs, too, from errors from the infield and outfield.
Ball low. 2-2 the count now. Austin Coates. 3-2 the count now. Coates has gone through 4 1/3 innings so far.
Yeah, he's been doing well defensively. Had an RBI double as well on the offensive side.
Has only allowed 3 hits so far today. Allows a walk here. Tyler McNally will reach. Still a lot of work to do though for the Demons. Down 9-0.
Yeah, that's Coates' second walk that he's given up of the game so far. Now he's going up against Trevor Meyer.
Meyer
Greenway's
has
leadoff.
McNally tried to go to second base, but a foul ball to the backstop. Meyer singled his last time up as one of the 3 Demons hits of the game.
But Coates struck him out in the first at-bat, so he's definitely capable of doing that again. He can regain his footing after he let up that walk before.
Right now, Coates in firm control of this game. Up 9-0. In there for a strike.
Trevor Meyer is a senior for Greenway. He leads his team in batting with 459 average and 6 RBIs on the season.
3 triples on the year so far for Meyer. In addition to 18 runs scored. Trying to get something going in a game that's been all Titans so far.
Yeah, if anyone on this Greenway team can get something going for them, it's Trevor Meyer. He's definitely their best player.
3-2 is the count now. Only 1 away in this inning. And this is going to be out to center field, and it is going to be gone. Forget about it. Wow. Speak of the devil.
I might have accidentally called that one.
You certainly did.
That's definitely the first home run I've seen this season. All the high school baseball games I've covered.
Well, you just saw a really good one. Trevor Meyer with the 2-run homer into center field. And Greenway adds 2. It's 9-2 now, Thunderbird.
Greenway finally on the board here in the 5th.
And make that 2 home runs now on the year for Trevor Meyer. And in a tough day for Greenway, that is a really good way to get your first runs of the game.
See if Ben Tatum can take some of that momentum.
Still a long road to go, though, in this one.
About 7 runs, give or take. He's got a 429 average, 11 RBIs. Tied with Chance Angelo Diamenti for most for his team. He struck out in his first at-bat.
Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. 2-2 is the count now. Coates trying to rebound after allowing that home run. So that was the first home run you've seen this year?
Yeah, every game I've gone to, there's not been a single home run.
Well, there's a strikeout, the 6th from Coates on the day, and he does rebound from that home run.
It was nice to see. Nice to witness. My first one. I'll never forget it.
I think the first home run I saw was in maybe the second game I covered this year at Buckeye High School. And here's another one that's driven deep to left field.
Ooh.
And this will get extra bases for Greenway.
He scared the birds away.
Usually it's the pitcher scaring the birds away in Randy Johnson, but today it's the batters.
Thankfully for Thunderbird, they only need one more out to end this rough inning.
Good sign, though, if you're Greenway. They were down 9-0 going into this inning, but their batters are still fighting to stay in this one. As Dylan Archuleta is back up. 1 for 2 on the day. Archuleta plays left field. Flew out his last time around. Dylan Archuleta, I feel like I've heard that name before.
Where?
I think it was a TV show or something. Yeah, it was definitely from some kind of... I think it was from a Nickelodeon show or something. Fouled back. 1-2 the count now. Coates 1 strike away.
Coates got to find his footing here. Started off the game striking out 3 batters in a row off 3 pitches each. So we know what he's capable of.
Angelo on second base. And it's called strike 3. And Austin Coates gets his 7th strikeout of the day. Allows 2, but Thunderbird's still very much in control. 9-2.
Hi, my name is Zano Kazana with the Varsity Sports Show. Today I got the chance to talk with Saguaro's very own baseball coach and special ed teacher, Joe Mickey. How long have you been coaching and teaching at Saguaro?
So I've been at Saguaro, this is my 12th year in special education at Saguaro. My first couple years teaching at Saguaro were in the social communicative academic classroom, which is obviously students with autism. It's been a unique opportunity to be able to blend both athletics and the special education world.
Your work with the Miracle League of Arizona, do you want to, for those who aren't familiar, talk about it?
It's an awesome organization that partnered with, I know a few local communities that I also realize now is a nationwide organization that I was unfamiliar with, but I know they partnered with the Diamondbacks here and built a few fields. They're all turf fields, so you can wheelchair accessibility. It's really pretty remarkable. And so you just watch the game of baseball being played by every possible person that wants to put a bat in their hand and swing and run bases, and it knows no barriers.
The baseball team wears colors for Autism Awareness Month.
The jerseys themselves, they have the blue ribbon on them. They're the puzzle pieces, so you'll see the puzzle pieces of the various colors, and I know that has been kind of during that time more the focus of what autism awareness is. I know it's transitioned a little bit into a butterfly for the idea of change and diversity of the autism spectrum. And so my next goal in this next go around is hopefully getting another set of autism awareness jerseys, maybe incorporating the butterfly for our next set, for the next following year, 25, 26. Especially the younger you are, try everything. Don't be afraid to fail. I wouldn't even say fail. Don't be afraid to learn.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Danica Zena with the Varsity Sports Show.
Bottom of the fifth is here in this coverage of Thunderbird baseball. Greenway with a little sign of life in that top of the fifth inning off the 2-run home run from Trevor Meyer. Thunderbirds still up 9-2 in the bottom half of the fifth.
Greenway popped out this inning with the pitching change. Carson Gum getting switched out with Tyler McNally, who was originally playing first base.
McNally with a 9.5 ERA and just a little less than 4 innings of work this year. 3 strikeouts to boot. 3-0 count.
With McNally moving to pitching, now they've got Chance Angelo Diamenti at third. And he was before at third, but now Carlos Toscano has switched him out.
We have a 4-pitch walk as J.P. Stewart, after striking out his first 2 times, will reach base with a walk. And that'll bring up Patrick Ramon at an RBI single his last time around with a stolen base to boot. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1 is the count.
Yeah, Ramon was part of that one inning where the Titans were rallying. He played a really big role in that. See if he can.
And we have another stolen base attempt. Could this be the second one of the day? And it is. J.P. Stewart. Oh, wait, that's J.P. Stewart's first stolen base of the day. I was thinking of Patrick Ramon right there.
Yeah, he wasn't at base. He struck out the last 2 times he was up, but he's a really good base runner, so we can finally see his skills tonight for the first time.
5 different Titans players today with a stolen base now. Still nobody away in this inning. 9-2 Titans lead. And this is going to be lined out to second base, or to shortstop. Stewart had to get back in there quickly. He's back in at second.
Caden Lord with the fancy footwork. He had to jump over Stewart there.
Caleb Kerr now up, struck out both times he's been up so far today. Looking to get his batting average back up above 200. Ball high, 1-0.
McNally's going to have to watch out for Stewart going for third. He's no stranger to stealing bases. That one that he got just now was his 5th of the season. Trying right now to make it 6.
In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. A 1-1 from Tyler McNally. It's going to be driven out right field, and it's going to get down for a hit.
Yeah, Dylan Archuleta let that one drop.
Yeah, I think he was giving it more of the impression that he would have caught it, even though.
Yeah, I think the sun's also probably in his eyes. It's hard to see the ball there.
It'll move J.P. Stewart to third base. Runners on first and third now. For the Titans, only one away. And another stolen base attempt. And it is successful for Caleb Kerr. 6 Titans have stolen today. 1-0 is the count. Base hit brings in 2 more runs. Ball nearly gets to the backstop. Good save, though.
Got second baseman Josh Gullinson. He struck out in his first at-bat, walked the second.
Oh, I think he flew out his first time around. Two and 1 the count now to Gullinson. Titans need to score 3 runs in this inning to end it on a mercy roll.
J.P. Stewart on third in scoring position.
Titans have scored in the first, third, and fourth innings today. Looking to add the 5th inning to that resume as we have a 3-1 count. And we have a full count now, 3-2.
See what Tyler McNally is going to throw at him.
Low for a ball. Bases are full. Gullinson draws his second walk of the day. And we are back to the top of the order with Matt Hornberg. He singled his first time around, had a fielder's choice, has scored a run in the both times he's been up. Down for a ball, 1-0 the count.
Yeah, and Hornberg's last at-bat, he had a single off an error in left field. I've noticed that opposing teams usually score their errors in left field here at Thunderbird. Maybe they put their juices over there.
Yeah, you know more about Thunderbird baseball than I do. This is the first time I've covered Thunderbird baseball, but I've heard a lot of good things.
Yeah,
it's certainly happening today.
Every game, the errors happen in left field. There's so many.
And McNally is down 3-0, in danger of making this an 8-run deficit with another ball. Hornberg shows bunt briefly. In there for a strike. 3-1 now. Bases full. A double here could potentially end this one. High for a ball. Hornberg draws the walk, and it is now 10-2. And a base hit could secure the victory here for the Titans. And it looks like Greenway senses that.
Yeah, a little mound visit right now between catcher Ben Tatum and pitcher Tyler McNally.
Oh, they gotta go. Tell them to close the gate.
Ruh-roh.
Looks like some kids were playing kickball outside right field, and looks like something landed in right field for a second. It's been taken care of now, though. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And Caden Latopoulos has a chance to end this game here on a mercy roll.
Yeah, Latopoulos is definitely the man you want at bat. Every game I've covered for Thunderbird, he's always done a lot offensively for his team. Also makes really good defensive plays. Really solid player for them.
.234 average this year. In McNally's control right now. Seems to be off. He's down 2-1. Bases loaded. The 2-1 pitch. High for a ball. 3-1. Once again, a walk makes it a 9-run game. Bottom of the 5th inning here. We've been here for just over an hour and a half. And another walk. Caden Latopoulos draws the walk. And it is 11-2 Thunderbird.
Yeah, just one out for Greenway with bases still loaded. Been loaded for a minute now. And Austin Coates up to bat, which
Is very fitting.
yeah, if I was Greenway, I would not want him up to bat with the bases loaded, but that might just be me.
1-0 the count. No, I don't think that's you. I mean, Austin Coates has had a nearly impeccable day on the mound. It's been great offensively. Now's a chance to end it here for Thunderbird. In there for a strike. 1-1 is the count now.
He struck out his first at bat, but he also has an RBI double today.
RBI double and an RBI single for Austin Coates. Down low, 2-1 is the count now. Still only one away in this inning. And what has been a season-defining win if you're Thunderbird, and one you want to quickly forget if you're Greenway. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Coates is hit.
Oh no!
And that is how this one will end.
What an interesting way to end the game.
Well, that's how this game will end. An interesting way for it to end, but it ends with Thunderbird winning 12-2. 9 hits today, resulting in 12 runs. And what a day for Austin Coates and Thunderbird. They win this one 12-2 and take sole possession of first place in the 4A Skyline region. What a great day for Thunderbird today.
Yeah, really good game. Really good offensively as well, especially.
Thunderbird will hit the road now and go to Greenway in their next game, which will be very interesting to see how Greenway responds. In the meantime, though, Thunderbird will relish in this victory. This broadcast, I'm Diego Iniguez with Kristen House. Thank you so much for watching today, and we will be back with more Thunderbird baseball later on.